Hey everyone, and welcome back to Gearblocks. The last little while, I've been working on the Jeep-like SUV, and I'm pretty confident in saying it's done. It could use a little bit more tuning and adjusting. At the end of the last video, I mentioned I was going to shorten the front, and I have done that off camera, so it looks a lot better proportionally. It was just a block too long, so I made everything a block shorter, changed this piece here into one piece instead of two pieces like it was, and yeah, it just looks a little bit better. I'd kind of like to get rid of this hump in the hood, but it's there because of the big motor. So yeah, painted it and so on. I'm still thinking of adding a dome light. I got the doors to work a little bit better by shortening this piece here. So now they actually mostly close. Rear one's closed, front one's almost closed. I think it's just binding on the hinges and stuff for the doors. But yeah, they mostly work. And then the rear hatch still needs a little bit of work on it. But yeah, it's done and it works awesomely. So it should be on the workshop relatively soon, once I'm completely happy with it. And then I'm also working on another version of it that is lifted, of course, because I made the two-door lifted one and loved it, so why not make a lifted version of this one? I have to open up the fenders a little bit on the front, do a little bit of suspension work, and I'm also working on putting my gearbox in it, which required me to completely change the floor and a few things, but this version will be awesome once it's done. But either way, as I said, once the Jeep-like SUV was done, which it basically is, I was going to start with the scenarios. So let's get going on these. B model build. Using only the parts in one of the example constructions, build your own design for an alternative model. Kit build. Follow the instructions step by step to build one of the example constructions. Take a vehicle on some timed laps. More laps. Box challenge. No motors allowed. And then tutorials. That just changes the size of it. Alrighty, so let's check out the model build. Okay, kit build, construction, crash test dummy. Choose a construction and build something new out of its parts. No, you won't be able to modify the parts or spawn in others. So, let's grab the sports car. Well then, I was not expecting it to lay out all the parts like this. It's kind of neat that it's on a big blue thing like it would be for a blueprint. So we've got body panels, bottom panels, suspension and stuff. I have no idea what to build this into. I haven't even really played with the car that this is normally, like a Cataram. So, yeah. There's the springs stuff here. There's one of the steering knuckles. I believe the other one is over here somewhere. Tie rod end. Right, I don't know where to start, so let's just kinda start like this. I thought the scenarios would be a bit more specific, like an actual challenge to do. So, wow. I am so lost for ideas right now. I might just instead, switch over to one of the races or something. I think that's a better idea. Go back to the main menu. Well, let's try kit build first. And we'll go with sports car again, because I like it. Even though I haven't really driven it, I like it. Alright, so 1 of 54. Have that. Down. Put this in the middle, it looks like. Roughly in the middle. These go on either side. Okay, so I go like that. That tells me this actually needs to go forwards a bit. There. Then I can put this on the sides. It's just like building Lego. It's kind of funny. Grab it from there. This is definitely a good way to teach people how to build in. I like learning things on my own at my own pace though, but this would definitely be a very good way of teaching how to build. Ready. So next is extension on the back. I like how when you turn the camera, it turns the thing on the side too. Get a better view. With all the parts of the car just laid out like crazy, it was quite overwhelming, surprisingly much so. But this isn't that bad. Like I said, it's basically just Lego. And I love Lego. Wait, did I do this wrong? Yeah, I put that on wrong. Okay, bring it down and put the cuppy things on like so. Probably for the rear suspension. Go. Right, next one. These go in here. And then those go up here somewhere in the middle. It's kind of hard to get the spacing. Yeah. It's hard to tell exactly where things go. But figure it out as more parts are added. Okay. Now we have these. That's another thing I find is the pre-built vehicles are actually really simple too. Okay, so this will definitely help with spacing. So this goes sticking out by 1. The smaller gear goes on this end, which means this needs to be back by 1. And then there should be a 1 gap in probably the main drive shaft, which means it'll have some kind of dependent suspension on it. Likely in place now, so I'll just lock everything. Go. Right, now the longer ones go on top. So, 2. And then this goes on the other way. Goes like this. There we go. Okay. Lock all of this into position. Steps echoing is kind of annoying, to be honest. Alright. This isn't giving me all the parts it's supposed to. He's supposed to go. Oh, I'm not quite done yet. I forgot to put these on back. There we go. So now it should, there we go, spawn the parts. So this, where does everything even go? This one looks like it goes along the bottom. Like that. And then this one would go here. No. What about this shorter one? Okay, that looks right. And then plate goes here. This one goes so, and that one goes that. Okay, there we go. Lock all that into place, and then it'll probably make me do the other side. Yep. Once again, this is definitely a good way to teach the building in this. But yeah, this piece goes kind of like that. I need the short one. Stick it there, I think. And then this plate goes on to hold the other things in place. This one goes towards the back. And this one goes to the front. There we go. Okay. I wonder how far off you could get with this, and it still let you continue. Alright. So now, this goes on the front, angled forwards. So, everything echoes in here. It's kind of funny. Alright. This is likely for the front suspension. So, looks like these go on the very front here. Once it goes in the right orientation. Shorter one goes between them. Laka, laka, laka. Ooh, there we go. And then that goes, what, 4 blocks in between. So, like that. Ooh. Okay, we now have a couple blocks up, like so. And then I'm assuming these ones go back. Yeah. And then these ones go on the inside there. Also kind of like Lego. It doesn't make much sense as you're going along, but then once it's done, it makes sense. Make sure everything's locked. Okay. Now these go on the front, yes, like so. Okie dokie, it's like a grill or something. And then it's like this goes on top of there. It's just kind of sticking out right there. There we go. Okay, now it's for suspension bits. So this sticks in there. That one goes there. Bottom. And then that one goes up by one. Lock all of this into it. Oh. Same thing on the other side. This step should be included in the step before it. Just make all these little pieces one step. It'd be a little bit faster and easier. Like, it's kind of obvious that you have to do it on both sides. At least with this creation. Okay. Back. One blocking. For the rear differential, likely. Make sure they can spin. I wonder what kind of rear suspension this has. I haven't, like I said, I've never really driven this or anything. I also typically don't use this differential housing either. Picky what gear to wear. You usually have to put the high or the low one on the peg rather than the axles. Okay, there we go. There's the actual in. Next, we stick this outer axle parts on. Hey, got some more suspension bits. This goes into... I'm assuming these are suspension bits. It has an independent rear suspension, but it's definitely done interesting. That goes on the end, like... I should have done this stuff sooner. Would have helped me learn how the game and whatnot works a lot quicker. And then we have the actual like shafts that the wheels go on. This is definitely an interesting way of doing it. I'm locking everything as I go so I don't have to. I can do it after. Okay. I don't know why they would do it like this, because won't it have issues with like binding and stuff? This probably goes that way. Okay. Oops. So, and this goes in between them. This is weird. I do not know why they would do it this way. Because without these being able to slide and whatnot, it would bind a lot. Okay, so here's for the springs. It's like here. This is definitely not how I would do it. And then these go above that. I don't know how a real Cataram is done, but this just seems so weird. Weird. Okay, time to build springs. That piece. Oh, it goes all at the back. And it needs to rotate up. Okay. Let's just go on like normal. Should put them upside down, see what happens. Technically nothing should happen like bad, it's just... I wonder if the game would even let me. What is this? It's so weird. I was not expecting to be so confused when I started recording today. That goes like that. Should be one higher. This goes this, I guess. It's even far. And onto there. Which is definitely an interesting way of doing it. Oh, it's a Watts link. I get it now, okay. I was not expecting this to have a Watts link on it. I did it a bit backwards, but it should work fine. Okay. And where do blue pieces go? On the upper end. Here. Okay, so it's like a 2-link straight axle with a Watts link, but that is such a weird design. Back panels. Which... Okay, so... Looks like it goes like this. Yeah, this looks like it's right. And this will go in the middle. And then these go on the end. That is such a weird way to do the suspension, though. I was not expecting that at all. Alright, time for the front suspension, which is way more normal. At least it looks like that so far. I could make things rotate before. And then pin goes in furthest out bottom one. Match up with the spring. But the upper, yes, upper for this side. And the lower. Right. That can go. That's it for the front bar. Righty. Of course, we're going to do this one at a time. Goes facing the back. I put this on upside down. I didn't realize I had to a bit. Or I would have. Oh. Now back. If I put it in. This is going to have so much bump steer, I can tell already. This goes upside down in there for some reason. And where does... oh. This goes there. I'll just make it right there. Alright. Now onto the other side. Again, I need to set this. Go. Try and hurry up so I can actually finish all of this and go. Got our axle shaft. Go. Next is the steering. Which goes one block back. Yeah. With having the tie rod shorter than the arm, it's going to definitely have bump steer. Okay, the bottom parts of the rotor tie rod I should say. Pick it up. Okay, springs and pieces for, I'm assuming, the fender. Put these on really first. That together on. Sure it's. Oh, there's. Two, and there's. Nope. Okay. This is for steering, I guess. Okay, interesting. Okay, lock, and lock. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Pulley there, and the gear on there. Oh, lock those into place. And then two motors on either side of this, kind of centered. Sticks out. This will go past the steering pulley attached to the drive line. So, it's a little compact sports car. And then the batteries go on either side, flipping into the body. Like so. Okay, that into place. Then the steering wheel goes on block inside of battery. one. Right, that should be right. Hopefully on the end that lines up with that one. Steering wheel on the other end. This shouldn't take too much longer, so I'll just keep going until the end. Hopefully it doesn't take a whole lot longer. Oh, wrong button. I also should probably connect everything. Okay. So yeah, now it's time for the hood. Which, how exactly does this go on? Okay. It looks like these go on here. And then these plates go on those. Yes, so this in the middle. Lock all of this into place. I'm surprised it doesn't have a way to open. Okay, okay. And then these fill in the side there. Nice and simple. I really want to see how the rear suspension works. How well. Alright. I'll have one front wheel. And then plate on back. The small plate goes on the back. Like so. This goes on that. This goes on the top. Yeah, that's right. Just simple little fender. Motorcycle style fender. Lock it all into position. And then next side. Oops. I got to lock the steering wheel, apparently. Move this over here so it's a bit easier. And then I'm going to put the fender on first this time. I feel like it might be a bit easier if I do that. Oh. Okay. Next are the rear wheels and fender. So, the rear fender attaches right about there. Makes sense. And that's... Oops. And then down right by the door. Like so. And the wheel. Okay. Next is the same thing on the other side. Fender part. Top fender part. Which is not in the right spot. Oh. And fender part. It doesn't quite go on properly. It doesn't lock onto here, but well. Okay, headlights in. So, looks like the big light goes on top. The little light's going on the bottom. And then this hot 7. Usually in called auctions and stuff, the items are called lot number, whatever. Right, there we go. And then you're supposed to connect those to the battery as well. If I connected it to the green thing, it would help. What are the red circles? What I'm curious. I haven't yet found a need for a red circle. I should attach that to a battery as well. Attach it to both. Okay, it's all locked in place, I think. Yep. Seats and the window. Seats go as far back as possible. Oh, and then the windshield just simply goes on top. Okay. Next is the roll bar, which goes in line with the back of the... I'm actually going to build this separately. Also kind of did that sideways. Go. Okay. Place. There. Lock it. Yeah, lights and whatnot. Rear license plate goes there. So holds the back end together a little bit. And then there are plates on either side of the plate. That's just to help it look different. And then brake lights. And a reverse light. Which to our brake lights, which go there, I think. Oh, it's about right. Yeah, that looks... And this one goes there. And they also connect to battery. Of course they do. Connect the batteries to each other. I don't think so. Okay, next is more lights. Okay. Turn signals and stuff. So D is a turn signal on right side. Left signal H S. So these are like normal brake lights, I think. So they'll go first. And now the orange ones. I'm assuming. I definitely could have made this part a little easier to follow. And then these are that one on the bottom, side the plates. Those are just to illuminate the plate, aren't they? I have a feeling those are just plate lights. Kind of funny if so. Okay. These go on the side. So... and then across the front. Is here, a gap in between, and then here. This episode's probably really boring. One minute, I'll be amazed if I'm actually still watching at this point. If you are, maybe give me an idea on something to build in normal free build. I'm only doing this just to see what it's like. So it's not really anything specific. I should have had you put these on before putting on the other thing. But whatever. I'm guessing these will just be to hold certain plays. As I suddenly get the hiccups. Okay. Let's go here. Okay, yeah, it's just hood piece. These continue off here. So got a little vented hood on it. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, that's that. And that's that. It's done. Finally. F signal. Oh, I put the front lights on backwards. Whatever. And brakes. Reverse. H. Headlights. Okay. Seems like they did the motor's a little weird. That is such a weird way to do the rear suspension, though. Like, it works, but it's so weird. Either way, that is, I guess, how the building kit stuff works in Gearblocks. I just wanted to give it a try, see what it was like. And it's kind of fun. It's just like building with Lego. So, if you have Gearblocks, I absolutely recommend giving this a try. Especially if you're having difficulty building stuff on your own. That being said though, as I mentioned, if there's anything you want me to do specifically, any tips or tricks or whatever, anything you want me to check out, let me know in the comments below. And as well, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.